Hi, I'm Sarah Michelle with The New Yorker, and this is my starter pack of essentials. What's hard for me about picking favorites is that I love art, and art is subjective, and what sometimes moves me at one point in my life doesn't always move me later, so these are maybe just some things that have affected me over time. How's that? There's two books that always come to mind when someone said I'm not a reader, what do I read? And I would say, I love The Secret History by Donna Tartt. I think that one is just one of the most beautiful, talk about transporting you. I know they've tried to make it a movie for years. I hope it never gets made. I hope it stays a book so that you can always see it the way you see it, right? Because then it's not putting ideas in your head. It's the craziest book if you try to describe it to someone. My second book is called Shadows on the Wind. And it's this beautiful book. It's a Spanish book, so it's a translation. But it's about someone's burning all of this book. It's disappearing, and they have to go on this side. It's just this beautiful allegory of the written word and how it changes. And it's just one of those books that I go back and read again. Wait, there's another one too. I also love, for love story, I love Time Traveler's Wife, the book. That to me is, I'm not a big love story girl for reading, but that one to me is just perfect. I can go on about books forever. I love books. Books are my passion. It's how I unwind, how I meditate. It takes me to another place. And I always preface this when I talk about books, which is, I just want people to read. I don't care if you like reading comic books, graphic novels, love story, whatever it is, just use that part of your imagination and your creativity to just sort of do something that's different, that's not all laid out for you. I'm so motivated by music, and I'm all over the place. I actually posted my Spotify list this year, and if anything was a description of me, it was from Taylor Swift to hard rap to show tunes. I am all over the place. I have a friend named Danny Strong, who I met on the Buffy pilot. And while his scene did not make it into the show, we loved him so much we brought his character back on Buffy. And him and I bonded over a love of a concept album called Chess. And it was a Broadway show that he was always jealous of that I happened to have seen. It only played for 3 weeks on Broadway, but I happened to have seen it when I was younger. And it was my all-time favorite musical. And it had constantly been redone and never worked. In the original, the Russian one, and in the American one. And then there was a tour, and it was a stalemate and whatever. And Danny and I have always loved this. And he said to me, one day, I'm going to bring Chess to Broadway. I was like, okay, Danny, see how that goes. And Danny has Chess on Broadway right now, and it's killing it. And if you get a chance, the best way to listen to Chess is on Spotify and hear all the different albums, because there's concept albums, and then there's live stage shows, and it's different music and all of it. And now soon their cast album is gonna come out and add to it, so. It is such a cool movie because you can't categorize it. And it reminds me kind of Ready or Not in the sense of is it a horror movie? Is it a comedy movie? This Send Help was an action movie, a horror movie. It was a love story. It was a self-discovery. And movies like that sometimes fall apart in the third act. The third act was incredible. Rachel McAdams and Dylan O'Brien are both amazing in it. Just everything about it. And it had little nods of old Sam Raimi. There was a scene that was oh, that's Evil Dead. Oh, that's Grudge. That's, he did some of his old shots, and I absolutely loved it. I know I'm late to the party here. I just got into Love Story. My girlfriend Sarah Pigeon plays Carolyn, and she's just a revelation. And not to me, because I know that girl is such a star, and she's so beautiful in it. And I have now watched the first 4 episodes numerous times just because I think she's such magic. But it just brings me back to the 90s in New York, which was when I lived, I'm born and raised New Yorker, and seeing Bubby's and the Odeon and Tribeca Grill and old Indochine and the Four Seasons the way it used to look. Anyone from New York will understand that was a time of its own. And I used to, when I was younger, I used to play in Sheep's Meadow and all that in Central Park, and I would see John playing football. That was my world. And Carolyn Bessette was such a style icon, and there was a scene the other night, and she had the black slip dress on with the sweater tied around her waist. I was I used to wear that. So that's TV right now, that's making me feel for a time in my life that I lived, and is portrayed so accurately as the time, going to the tunnel, just all of it.